Okay na po? Start na ulit? Okay. Ayos na po lahat? Pwede na?
Yes. Yes po, ma'am.
Magandang umaga muli po sa lahat. Ipagpaumanhin po ng ating mga panauhin at ating mga magulang ang naantalang webinar natin ngayong umaga. Ito po ay normal na sa atin. Noong una po, nagpapanik tayo pag ganito. Pero ngayon, kahit pa paano, medyo nakakapag-adjust na tayo sa ganitong mga technical problems. Si Miss Elizabeth Nunez po ay magpapatuloy ng kanyang discussion mamayang hapon na po. So, pansamantala muna nating ibibigay ang pagpapakilala sa susunod na panauhin sa atin pong master teacher. Narito po si Ginang Lea Escanio.
Hello, good morning. Magandang buhay po sa ating lahat sa kabila ng mga problema na hindi natin hawak. But we are lucky because today, this morning, we have an educator for less than a decade. She graduated from Philippine Normal University, Manila in 2011. With a degree of Bachelor of Early Childhood Education and had her specialization in special education. She studied sign language in Philippine Registry Interpreters for the Deaf in Pasay City in the year 2015. She graduated in Baptist Bible College in Makati City with a degree in Associate in Ministry. From De La Salle University, she finished her master's degree in early childhood education just last year, 2019. Currently, she's taking her Doctor of Philosophy in Education, major in Educational Management in Philippine Women's University. She used to be one of our kindergarten teachers. She been a senior high school research advisor in Cavite Bible Baptist Academy. She teaches undergraduate and graduate school as well. Truly an educator by heart, a teacher from preschool to graduate school. At present, she is the directress of the Graduate School of PINMAS colleges in NCR. At the same time, she is the Dean of the College of Education in St. Jude College. Please join me, teachers, in welcoming our guest speaker, Miss Jatri Rodriguez Redondo.
Ma'am, wait lang daw po.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay.
Isang magandang umaga po sa bawat isa. And it's a great privilege for me to always go back on the institution that once honed me. I graduated from Margarita Rojas de Ayala in the year of 2006. And I'm always grateful that I can always go back here. So isang magandang umaga po ulit sa bawat isa. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Magandang umaga po ulit sa bawat isa. Nandyan pa po ba kayo?
Yes, ma'am. We're
Hello?
here. Hello, ma'am.
So, good
Naririnig na po
morning.
namin.
Yes, marami pong salamat, Ma'am Leia. For this morning, I'm going to talk about equalizing opportunity, a collaborative approach to reading development. So, we will be talking about sino ba itong kailangan how do we equalize these opportunities? And also, why there's a need to collaborate, okay? Who are the persons involved, okay, for us to be able to develop reading? All throughout my session this morning, I'm gonna use the term parents, okay? Throughout this short webinar, okay, I will refer parents to all responsible adults for the child care, including grandparents, foster parents, or even guardians. As a young child, reading is the basic component in her learning and personal growth. Actually, Frederick Douglass once said in one of his articles, he said, once you learn how to read, you will be forever free. And it is indeed true, especially that we are now living in a dynamic and ever-changing world of never-ending discoveries. However, today, ensuring that all children will be competent readers is one of the most recurrent problems of schools here in our country. When we say recurrent, paulit-ulit siya. So Teacher Jot, what happened? Bakit ba, look at the news last December 2019. If you can still remember, before this pandemic, we rank last in reading comprehension. And when we say last, we are on the bottom. Look at this. Children who fail to acquire this fundamental skill in the early stage of their life actually rarely these children who fail to acquire this fundamental skill, reading, in the early stage of their life, they have difficulty when they grow up. Failure to read is often a setback throughout their lives and may cause problems in the future. Actually, there's an article that I read, and it says, if I could still remember, from kinder to grade 3, the students learn how to read. Okay? Ito yung point na they are learning to read. Tinuturuan natin silang magbasa. However, from grade 4, 5, 6, until college and graduate school, they read to learn. So, kailangan magbasa para matuto. So, the question is, what will happen to those children who doesn't know how to read until, di ba, mga grade 4 na, grade 5, still they can't read? How can they cope up? Not to mention that at this time, our world is facing a huge problem. This pandemic, okay, is defining global health crisis and the greatest challenge that we humans have faced since World War II. And right now, countries are racing to slow down the spread of the virus. How? By testing and treating patients. They contract trace. They limited travel. They quarantine citizens. And they cancel large gatherings such as sports, concerts, and even school. Let me repeat. Even schools. Even schools shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But then, learning does not have to stop. It merely has to evolve. Let me repeat that. Even though there's a school closure right now, learning does not have to stop. Ano lang mangyayari sa kanya? It merely has to evolve. And today, educators and school administrators, they have tried to make the transition to learning at home as smooth as possible. But it can still be a struggle. Still, may glitch, okay, from face-to-face learning to online learning. And amidst the coronavirus pandemic, parents have been forced to the role they never expected. Or should I say, they never wished to be. They are now their child's teacher. This is according to the study of Lambert 2020. Okay. And because of that, nag-interview ako ng ilang mga magulang. Panoorin po natin. Narinig niyo po? Narinig po yung video? Hindi.
Hindi po.
Hindi po. For a while. Naka-power.
Sounds naka-embed na.
Saan? Saan?
Nandiyan siya mismo. Embedded niya.
Okay, so sorry for that. Hindi nyo po naririnig yung audio and I also don't know how. Actually, okay, just to give you the brief background of those videos, I hope I can share it with you. This parent of Naomi Jam, he said that he's having really a difficulty of teaching his daughter. So why? Kasi hindi siya trained to do that. Parents are not trained to do, this is equipped with pedagogical skills kung paano nila tuturuan ng kanilang anak. At the same time, this is the parents of Andrea. She said mahirap na masarap na turuan ang kanyang anak sa panahon ng pandemic. Mahirap sapagkat kagaya ng kaninang magulang, hindi rin siya equipped and trained. However, masarap in a way na meron silang bonding ng kanyang anak. Okay? Same with parent of Princess Loie Labto. So sayang no hindi niyo po narinig ang kanilang mga saloobin. Okay, let's ano na lang natin, escape. Okay? So on the other hand, in this pandemic, hindi lang magulang ang nahihirapan. So alam natin na yes, mahirap siya in a way na biglang sila na pala ang teacher ng kanilang anak. But hindi lang magulang ang nahihirapan. In this pandemic, our teachers also really work hard to provide education. To teach online, you know what? It's a piece of cake. Bakit siya piece of no, mali. To teach online isn't a piece of cake. So why it isn't a piece of cake? Just like today, 'di ba, na-experience natin ang problem with internet connection. And as we all know, nothing beats face-to-face learning. We are limited, okay, by virtual world. But then, even though the world has shut down, education knows no shutdown. The voice of knowledge booming through class, now booming through a voiceover. From blackboard to the computer screen, from picking up chalk to vids, the curriculum doesn't change for our dear teachers, and the lesson of hope is greater than before. While we thank our warriors on the front line, the future looks forward to its set of doctors, bankers, scientists, police, and change makers. And of course, paano ba ito mangyayari? To shape that future steadfastly, one such person continues to teach every day. Teachers, they are not letting this pandemic affect academics. So parents, you must be grateful that your son and daughters are studying here in Margarita. They're doing simulation classes. Why? As I said kanina, nothing beats face-to-face classes. But they prepare, they do simulation classes so that pagdating ng October, sa pasokan natin, your daughters, your son, they are ready to face the reality. Okay? All of us, we are what? We are surprised by this. But then, as you can see, teachers, they are doing their best to what? To prepare for the battle. Remember, these parents and teachers, great battles are won in the field of preparation. And right now, we are on that field. We are preparing so that, I'm not saying that it's gonna be perfect pagdating ng October, pasukan. Still, problems will surely arise, but then, we prepare. Now, by the situation, we all know parents, they're having a hard time. Also, teachers, both of us, we're having a hard time. It is imperative that teachers and parents must now work hand in hand. as you can see in your screen, before pandemic, ito yung oras na ginugugol ng mga bata. Before pandemic, 6 hours sila ay nasa school, 18 hours sila ay nasa bahay. But right now, 24 hours. Kasama niyo po sila mga nanay at tatay. Now, more than ever, is the best time for teachers, as I said, teachers and parents to work hand in hand. Nakarating na po kayo dito, mga ma'am, sir. Anong bridge yan? Anyone?
RJ, basta na po ng
Sa may eskolta, ma'am. Tama po.
Yes, sa may eskolta. Jones Bridge. Ang
Yes.
dahil dito, maraming naging turista ang Maynila, no? So Jones Bridge. So to be honest, at first, I thought that we teachers are bridge builders in education. Why? Because after all, we do create opportunities for our students to get across the gap every single day. So let me repeat that. I thought we are bridge builders. Akala ko tayo lang yung bridge builder. Ano bang binibuild natin to bridge the gap every single day? Especially nung panahon na wala pang pandemic, di ba? Every day nasa atin yung bata. And we are the ones who are what? Building the bridge in order for the child to learn how to read, not just read, learn how to count, learn how to write. But over time, I realized it's not the way around. It should be a team. Team composing of not just us, teachers, but the family as well. Ayan. On the other hand, we teachers know what bridge can our student across, di ba? And which they don't. Alam natin kung anong kakayanin ng bata, kung anong limitation niya. But, you know what? In a lot of days, we feel helpless about it because we teachers, we don't have the full power to build these bridges to make it more welcoming or inclusive. But we have the power and the privilege to work with their families, parents, guardians, so we can find their safest crossing. Even though we don't have that full power, autonomy para i-build yung bridge, right now, we have that access to what? To work with the parents so that children can find their safest crossing of that bridge. So before I continue, let me share with you the Zone of Proximal Development by Lev Vygotsky. Okay, so this is Lev Vygotsky. He's the proponent of what I'm saying, the Zone of Proximal Development or the ZPD. Ano ba yung sinasabi ng ZPD? Here. This is the Zone of Proximal Development. Okay, so for the teachers, alam niyo to, but for the parents, let me explain this to you. According to Vygotsky, meron tayong tinatawag na Zone of Proximal Development. That is the distance between what is known to the child, what is known to what is not yet known, to the unknown. So, known to the unknown. Meron siyang distance. Like for example, sige, let's have a example. The student Michael, for example, si Michael knows the alphabet. He knows the letter A, B, C, and D. Okay. However, what is not known, Michael doesn't know that each letter, meron siyang corresponding sounds. Like A is A, B is B. Michael doesn't know that A, meron pala siyang two sounds. Short A and long A. Okay? That's the reason kaya si Michael hindi siya makabasa because he doesn't know that each letter has its corresponding sound. Pero alam niya yung letter per se. Now, dito pumapasok ang zone of proximal development. If you can see in the middle, skills too difficult for a child to master on his/her own, but that can be done with guidance and encouragement from a knowledgeable person. And that knowledgeable person could be the teacher, it could be the parents, the guardian, it could be his or her peers. Okay, tinatawag natin silang more knowledgeable other. So in order for a child to go there to the unknown, there must be a guide who will encourage for him or for her to reach the unknown para ma-achieve niya. Gusto natin, ma-achieve ng bata na matuto siya magbasa if there's someone na magtsatsaga sa kanyang mag-guide sa kanya to do that. Because her own, it's too difficult. Masyadong mahirap mag-scaffold. Okay? When we say scaffolding, di ba, kapag may building, nakita natin nagtatayo tayo ng scaffolding. I forgot kung anong term yun sa Filipino, pero kailangan natin ng scaffolding for that. Okay? So, ganun din. Tayong teachers, mga magulang, we build that scaffolding para unti-unti ma-achieve ng mga anak natin how to read, how to count. Matuto silang mag-add. Okay? I'm saying this because later on, the afternoon speakers will discuss more about the details of how you will teach your children how to read. But right now, I want to explore more how do we equalize this? How are we gonna collaborate? Because at this point of time, I want to think about this. If si teacher lang lahat gagawa, it's gonna be difficult for us. Why? We are limited sa access namin sa mga bata. Right, for example, meron lang kaming screen time for 30 minutes. Just imagine 30 minutes compare sa 23 and a half hour na kasama ang magulang. And parents cannot make it on their own. Kung napanood nyo sana yung video kanina, they said they don't have any training to do that. What, ano lang ang meron ng mga magulang na lahat ng na-interview ko, pare-pareho silang sinabi. They will do their best kasi mahal nila yung anak nila. That despite they don't have any trainings, still they are willing to learn. Parents, I hope that you will give the teachers details that they need to be able to make a difference in the lives of your children. They need your help to cross that gap. They need your help. Teachers need your help to be able to reach the other side of that bridge. Okay. So sayang, hinayang ako because you can't watch this video of these parents, but the parents of the mother of Stefan Rees and the father of these two cute kiddos, Stephen Ace and Stephen Ace, both of them said that they are willing to do everything for their child to learn and support. Alam niyo ang nagustuhan ko sa sagot nila? They are willing to support their kids. Kung ano man ang kailangan nila sa pag-aaral, they will give it. And also, both of these parents, the parents of Reese and ng Kambal, ang sabi nila, ay susuportahan daw nila. Hindi lang susuport, but then they will be open for communication sa teachers. Yan. Research shows that when a partnership approach between parents and teachers is evident, children's work habits, attitudes about goal, and grades improve. They demonstrate better social skills, fewer behavioral problems, and greater ability to adapt situations and get along. Every single day, parents and teachers make countless little decisions that impact students' chances of success in the future. And what a powerful gift for students to know that his or her parents and teachers, they are working together so that success will what? Eventually be bestowed upon. Now, let me just give you a formula in order for us to help our children cross that gap, to be able for our children to cross that bridge. So when you combine the power of parental love and the professional expertise of the devoted teachers, ayan, together we can make a difference. If we equal totally, we give, parents give your love, devoted teachers, we give our expertise, we can make it through this pandemic. There's never been better opportunity for schools to capitalize the partnership with parents as there is now. As our students continue to learn at home, parents are not just the adults. Parents are not just the adults children go home to at the end of the day. They are now an extension of the classroom in a way that has never quite been seen before. Okay? So dati yung mga estudyante, no, uuwi lang sila, nandiyan na si nanay, nakaprepare na ng merienda, ng dinner, kain na sila. That's the role of the parents. Kung mayroong assignments, tutulungan. But right now, it's different. We cannot do synchronized learning all the time. Why? Why we can't do that even though we wanted to? Because limited lang ang ating internet connection. Because of that, we need the help of parents. So now, let me just give you 3 tips how to partner with parents effectively this school year. First one, teachers, we should recognize parents as experts. Okay? Parents know their children better than anyone. And that's even more true over the last few months because talagang magkasama sila sa bahay, di ba? Pinagbawalan tayong lumabas sa ating munting tahanan. Kung kaya nakasama natin yung mga bata ng panahon na yon. And I hope parents, you seize the opportunity to know more about your own kids, your own children. Okay? Parents have a wealth of knowledge about their children, what they love, what upsets them, what excites them, how they learn best, and the list goes on. So, teachers, we should recognize that the parents as are experts. They know more about students. And I hope parents, if you're listening right now, if there are parents listening right now, you seize this opportunity. If you think, Teacher Jot, hindi ko pa talaga ganun kakilala yung anak ko. This is the time for you to know more about your child. Ano ba ang gusto ng anak ko? Paano ba siya natututo? Okay. Ano kayang learning style ng bata, ng anak ko? Okay? Through this, if you know, parents, very, very important to sa inyo right now, kailangan kilalanin ang inyong mga anak sa panahon na to. Because you're the only person na pwede niyang makasama 24 hours. Okay? Alam naman natin, ang virus, dapat ang mga bata, hindi talaga natin sila pinapalabas. Kung kaya, seize this opportunity to be your child's teacher. But don't worry, hindi ka papabayaan ng mga guro ng Margarita. Nandyan sila to guide you, to help you. Okay? Next. First, again, recognize parents as experts. Figure out how to communicate. No two families are alike in how they engage with their child's school. Remember this, teacher, ha? In today's world, each family is likely experiencing different realities. Yes, pare-parehas ng pandemic na to. But remember, we're not on the same boat. Some may be unemployed, others working essential jobs, others working from home. Some have access to technology all day, others may only see messages at the end of the day. Why I'm saying this? Let us Kasi right now, we are limited. As I said kanina, limited tayo ng technology because nothing beats face-to-face classes. But I hope that us use also the technology that we have right now to really reach out to the students. If we cannot teach via Zoom, try to reach them out via Facebook, via Messenger. And I know that you're doing this right now. Okay? Kung hindi pa rin kaya, tawagan natin sa telephone, sa cellphone. I-text natin sila. For them to feel na they are not on their own. So number one, recognize parents as experts. And number two, figure out how to communicate. And the last one, establish norms and mutual boundaries. This new world of teaching from home comes with some joys, but also plenty of challenges. One big challenge is the lack of separation between work and home. Many teachers are now opening their laptop at their dining room table or sharing their home office with a room that serves other purposes such as a family room. And this is a challenging, diba, to separate work time with home time. Same with the parents. Alam ko napakahirap nun. Establishing norms and mutual boundaries. But let us set aside that special time if meron kayong for parents tong klase between 9 to 9:30, I hope you're there. Kasama niya kayo. Okay? And for the teachers, let us learn how to put ourselves really in. Kapag may klase ka, kalimutan mo na natin yung labahan natin. Kalimutan muna natin kung ano lulutuin natin after the class. Let's focus. Parang nasa school din tayo, nasa paaralan. So why I'm saying these three, recognize parents as experts, figure out how to communicate, and establish norms and mutual boundaries. Because all of us, I know, as I said kanina, we are caught unprepared by this pandemic. However, we are doing our best to prepare for the great battles ahead. This is just the beginning of it kasi pa naman talagang nag-start ang school year sa October pa. But at least through simulations that we are doing, I hope we can see a bit of the future kung paano mangyayari when reality talaga comes in. Okay? On October 5. I think October 5 ang pasokan, no? Okay? So once again, this is teacher that's speaking, and I hope you learned something from me this morning. To be able for us, to our students, to be able for them to learn how to read, not just read reading per se, but to be able to learn in this time, in this pandemic time. Number one, talaga, there should be a good relationship between the parents and the teachers. As I said, teachers can't do it on their own. Parents also, hindi nila kayang mag-isa. But if we will combine, di ba, the power of parental love and the expertise of these devoted teachers, I believe we can beat this pandemic. Okay, remember, yung sinabi ko po the pandemic, okay? Pandemic lang yan. We will beat pandemic with the academics. And with that, thank you very much.
Okay. Salamat, Ginang Redondo, sa mga inihayag ninyo mga impormasyon upang mabigyan ng pantay-pantay na pagkakataon ang lahat ng bata na matuto. Tama po kayo na higit kailan pa man, ang tulong ng mga magulang ay napakahalaga sa panahon ngayon, lalo na sa panahon ngayon upang maisakatuparan ang gawain ng paaralan na matuto sila. Bilang mga magulang, bigyan po natin ng panahon ang pag-aaral ng ating mga anak. Kung hindi tayo, sino pa po ang ating aasahan? tayo ang mga magulang at sila po ang pinakamamahal nating mga anak. Ako po ay isang magulang din at sasabihin ko po sa inyo na kahit kailan po, hindi nyo po pagsisisihan ang iuukol ninyong panahon para sa inyong mga anak. Bigyang daan naman natin ngayon ang pampasiglang gawain na inihanda ni Ginoong Gilbert P. Mendoza, Grade 3 teacher.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Okay. Sir, magpe-present lang po ako, sir. Gusto kong pasayawin ang lahat. Meron sana akong inihandang isang energizer pero parang tingin ko ay mas maganda ito para ma-energize at ma-stretch lahat ng mga katawan, kamay, ulo kasi alam ko nakaupo tayo ng matagal. Okay? So, wait lang po. Pe-present lang po ako. Nakikita na po yung screen ko, teachers.
Yes, Sir Gilbert.
Thank you, Sir Jason. So, request ko po sa lahat ng teachers, pwede po ba natin buksan ng ating mga camera para po makita din po namin ang inyong mga magagandang mukha habang ito po ang ating energizer ay ginagawa po natin. Ayan. Yan po. Ibig sabihin pala yung mga hindi nakabukas ng camera ay wala po sa kanilang mga sari-sariling upuan. Ayan. Ay, kita ko na. Oy, marami pa rin po yung hindi pa po naka-open ng kanilang camera. Madilim ba si Avita? Okay. Wait lang po Gusto ko po makita yung kung pwede lang 50% okay na po sa akin, magsisimula po tayo. Ma'am Sheila, okay lang po ba? Antayin natin ng konti. Okay.
Okay lang po.
Okay, ma'am. Ayan. Okay, sige. Okay na yan. Kahit konti. Sige, tayo na lang yung mag-exercise. Okay. So, nakikita na po yung screen ko, full screen natin para mas maganda at malinaw. Nakita ko kasi ito, mas maganda.
Walang sound, Sir Gilbert.
Sorry po, hindi ako makahanga ako. Okay, ulitin po natin. Ayan. So hanggang dyan lang po yung ating energizer. Okay, so maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikijoin, teachers. Maraming salamat po. Kayo ba ay na-energize? Na-energize ba?
Yes, po.
Okay. So Ma'am Sheila, please take it away po. Thank you. Ito po
Okay. Thank you, Sir Gilbert, for that energizer. Another resource speaker is coming our way. Let's listen one more time to Mrs. Leia Ascanio for the introduction of the next discussant.
Hello, good morning again. Hello. Okay. Tayo ay mapalad ngayong umaga kasi meron tayong isa pang guro from Philippine Normal University with a degree of Bachelor of Elementary Education with 12 units in Special Education. She studied and completed academic requirements in the same school, Philippine Normal University. In Master of Education, major in Early Childhood Education. A consistent honor student from elementary to college. She was an exchange student in college to study in Korea for 5 months, all expense paid by the Philippine Normal University. A teacher leader in kindergarten level in District 1 and currently promoted as master teacher in 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our very own Miss Sheila Marie Lucerna. Good morning, Ma'am Sheila.
Good morning po. Medyo mahangin po ba yung audio o hindi naman po?
Okay lang,
Okay lang.
ma'am.
Sige po. Okay. So, magandang umaga po. Ngayon, kailangan nating mag-on ng video kasi tuturuan natin si nanay, si nanay at si tatay. Ang main target po natin sa topic natin ngayong umaga ay si nanay at si tatay. Kasi itong strategiya ng pagtuturo sa pagbasa ay alam na ng karamihan sa ating mga guro. Okay, so para sa aking presentation, nandyan si Sir Jason to the rescue. Okay po. So, Sir Jason. Ang topic din po na aking tatalakayin ngayong umaga ay isa sa mga na-discuss din po namin sa nakaraang naming seminar sa kindergarten. Marami po kaming kaalaman na natutunan dito at bukod doon ay nais ko itong ibahagi sa ating mga pinakamamahal na mga magulang. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, kakasabi nga lang ni Ma'am Jat, kailangan natin ng tulong nila. So ang topic ko po ay mga kasanay kailangang matutunan ng bata bago bumasa. Ibig sabihin pala, teacher, hindi pala ganun agad-agad na kailangan turuan magbasa ang bata. Opo, tama, mga magulang. Kailangan po na ma-equip muna natin sila ng ilang mga kasanayan bago po sila matuto na bumasa. Dahil kung ang ilan po sa mga kasanayan na ito ay hindi nila nakamit or hindi nila natutunan, malamang sa malamang Naku, mahihirapan tayong turuan silang magbasa. Pero wag mag-alala kasi madaling-madali lang po ito. Unang tanong bago tayo magsimula. Paano kung hindi tayo marunong magbasa? Anong mangyayari sa atin? Siyempre, halimbawa, kakain tayo. Hindi natin alam kung ano yung nakalagay dun sa pagkain. Yun pala, may laman na pala itong lasa sa susunod na baitang.